Welcome to EasyLimu Learning Simplified. My name is Eric. I'll be taking you through this topic, integers, and for this lesson we're going to cover subtraction of integers. So we'll start by looking at what subtraction of integers is all about. Then we will look at some sample questions involving subtraction of integers, and then at the end of the lesson we'll be able to give you some assignment to help you practice and also to help you get your understanding of the concept as discussed through this lesson. So we have our first example on subtraction of integers, and the first note we would want to highlight is that subtraction of integers can be represented on a number line as follows. So we want to see how that can be done. So how to do it? So number one, when you get such a question, you have to start by drawing a number line, So our previous lesson we discussed about drawing a number line. So let me draw it down here. So you have 0 here. So after indicating the 0, it's important that you have both numbers indicated in the operation captured, 2 and -3. So we have -1, we have -2, we have -3, -4, -5. So you can see -3 is already here. Then again 2 must be captured as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then usually what you're supposed to do is to identify the first number, like the first number here is 2, but positive. So you have to indicate, and then the negative sign, you see the sign immediately after the first number, there is the sign here. You see, so this sign normally indicates the direction of movement, like which direction are we moving. So if you look at the number line, we have 0 in the middle. On the right hand side of the 0, we have positive numbers. On the left hand side, this side is left, this side is left, and the other side is right. So on the left hand side of the number line, we have negative numbers, and on the right hand side of the number line, we have positive numbers. So if the sign is negative, what it means that we are supposed to move to the negative side, which is the left hand side. So the first number will give us an idea of where we are starting from. So we are starting from +2. You see, that's why you have to highlight that. That is where we are starting from, the first number. So start. You see, and then this first sign after the first number is the direction. So we're moving to the negative side, and then the last number here is how many steps we are moving. So we are starting from +2, we're moving to the left 3 steps. So we have 1, 2, 3, supposed to move 3 steps. So you start 1, 2, 3, then you stop there. 3 steps. Remember, starting from +2, moving to the left because the negative sign is here, and then how many steps? 3 steps. So this is where we stop. So the answer here is supposed to be equal to the stop. Where did we stop? That will give us the answer. So where did we stop? At -1. So that becomes the answer. So +2 minus 3 is -1. Yes. So that is how you do it. -1. So we have our second example here. Now you can see we have the first number 2, but now in between 2 and 3 we now have 2 signs. So we're going to see how we deal with this. When you have 2 signs in between, how do you go about it? So as we indicated in the previous example, that you have to start by drawing the number line. So we have 0 here, and remember, as you draw the number line, make sure both numbers, +2, +3 here, they're supposed to be indicated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So take note of where we are starting from. So the first number here will give us an idea of where we are starting from. So we are starting from +2. So this is where we are starting from, +2. And then immediately after the first number, we have the sign here, the negative side. So it means you're supposed to move to the negative side, that is to the left. And then the second sign will either okay the direction or will reverse the direction. For example, if it is positive, that means the direction we're moving is okay, so you continue. But if it was negative, negative sign after the first sign implies reverse the direction and you are moving. So if it is positive, that direction is okay. The direction is okay, so you continue. So what direction are you moving? You're moving to the left hand side. That's the negative side. So how many steps? 3 steps. So starting from positive 2, which side? Negative side, the left hand side. And then the second sign is go ahead, continue. So we count how many steps? 3 steps. From where? From positive 2. So 1, 2, 3. So this is where we started. So start, stop. As we said in the previous answer, the answer is supposed to be given by where we stop. Where we stop. So where did we stop? Negative 1. So again, the answer here is negative 1. So that is how you go about it. Take note of the rule, where you start, direction you take, whether you reverse the direction or you continue, how many steps. Again here, what you do is that you draw the number line first. So let's draw the number line. So we have 0. Make sure both numbers are captured. We have -2 and -7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Then we have -8, -9. So we are starting from -2. Remember, that is where we are starting from is given by the first number in the operation. So the operation is -2 minus 7. So first number here, that's where we start from. Start. Sign that follows next after the first number is the direction we are taking. So negative side, move left. How many steps? 7 steps. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. So where did we stop? -9. So the answer is given by where we stop. So just indicate -9. That's the answer. -2 minus 7. It's like you have a debt of 2 and another debt of 7. Total debt is 9. Again, you have to start by drawing the number line. So we have 0 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me have 0 written here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then you have the arrow indicated there. So here we have -1 and -2. So you identify the first number. That is where we are starting from. So that is +6. So that is where you start. Look at the direction. The sign here will give us the direction. Which direction? Left. Why? To the negative side. But immediately you start that motion, you realize there is another negative sign. So that negative sign will either okay or reverse. So we said if it is negative, it reverses the direction. So we're supposed to move to the negative side, but because of the negative sign, because of the negative sign here, we reverse the direction. So as we are starting the motion, the direction we're supposed to take is negative. But then another negative sign reverses the direction, so we move to the positive side. How many steps? 9 steps. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is where we stop. So as we indicated earlier, the answer is given by where we stop. So stop. So where did we stop? +15. So that becomes the answer. So take note of where we are starting, the direction we are taking. Second sign, whether we are reversing the direction or continuing in the same direction, the number of steps we move. Very, very important. The final one here is another one. You have to draw the number line. So the rule is that every time you have to draw the number line. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have -1, -2, -3, -4. So where we're starting from, +5. So mark it. That is where we are starting. So start. Direction, negative. But then there is another negative sign. So reverse. This second negative sign, every time the second sign is negative, that means the interpretation is that we're supposed to move in the opposite direction. So while starting, we are moving in the negative side, left. But because of the second negative sign, reverse. So move to the right. How many steps? 1. So 1, you stop there. So stop. So the answer is normally given by where we stop. So where did we stop? 6. So minus 5, plus 5 minus 1. The answer is 6, +6. So that marks the end. We have a few questions to help you practice and also to help you check your understanding of the concept. Otherwise, that marks the end of the lesson. Goodbye.